Hey Nature Gang, how's everybody doing? Take this message only as it applies. Obviously, if you are drawn to this message, it relates to you or someone around you in some way, shape, or form. If it doesn't apply, you already know what to do. So I'm picking up on a glamour spell. Someone has broken a glamour spell. So typically, if you don't know what a glamour spell is, it's basically when someone tries to get other people to view them a certain way. So let's say, for instance, if I want to be known as, I don't know, the most prettiest in the room, the most prettiest woman in the room, I can do some type of glamour spell to appear to be that to everyone. And in return, it's like, I'll attract more and more people. I may attract more and more money, depending on what the intent of the glamour spell is. I'm even being reminded of, I don't even know if I should go here and talk about this, but well, shit, y'all don't know them. But there's this couple where there's this guy and a lady, and they just look like they don't belong together. Like you ever see a couple, they just don't look like they go together, And I just thought to myself, like, I wonder if she is doing some type of like glamour spell on him or something like that to make him want to like stay with her. But this don't have to apply. And again, she might not be, but they just, I don't know, something, I don't know, for some reason I'm being reminded of that. But it doesn't have to be in matters of like boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife. This could be in business, in anything. A lot of individuals use glamour magic to attract things to them, and they don't always have to be a bad thing. But I'm picking up something that's a little bit more sinister, because there's levels to everything. And again, it all depends on whether this is something good or bad, depends on the intent of the person. But I'm picking up on somebody who, I just heard goofer dust. Okay, all right. Well, goofer dust is a powder you could use to make people like you or make whatever you're doing appear to be better than what it is. Like, I know, again, I'm not really gonna get into all that, but I just heard that. So somebody could have been using goofer dust. But again, if your intentions is not right and you're using it abusively, obviously it can become a problem. So I'm getting somebody has broken some type of glamour magic. So this can apply to not just a relationship. This could be a place of business. This could be your job. This could be a place that you thought that you loved. Something that once was popular or once looked a certain way to you doesn't look that way anymore. So, and I'm even being reminded of New York City, how like at once upon a time, New York City used to be like the place to be. Now it's like the city is on a decline. And I'm not trying to shade nobody that's from New York City, but I'm just saying, it's, again, it doesn't have to just apply to glamour spells, don't have to just apply to someone who wants to look pretty. It could be anybody doing this, and it could be in any form, yeah. I mean, it's like, I feel like more and more people are starting to not want to be in the city no more. That people are wanting to start to go out into more of the rural areas, or people are starting to want to get closer to nature, but like once upon a time, everybody wanted to live in the big cities and all of that, So that's just another example, but that would be a glamour spell on a larger scale, and I'm not saying, like, I know you're probably thinking, well, who is doing this glamour spell when it comes to New York City? I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying, the point I'm trying to make is something may have looked one way at one point, but now it's like that the veil is gone. Now that the mask has come off, now that glamour has come off, you see something for what it is. I'm even seeing somebody that they look good, but that's only because they're carrying someone else's energy. And this is another reason why people do energy harvesting, because they're trying to steal the essence of another person. So let's say there's an individual who naturally they're very gifted, they're very talented, and there's another person they're not very gifted and talented, not naturally. So they will go after this other person to take their talents and gifts. This is why some people target children, because children are very innocent. They want that essence on them, and that's not their true essence. And like I said, once the person that's being targeted takes their energy back, you will see the individual person, place, or thing for what it really is, because that whole time the only reason why it had any popularity or beauty or any of that is because it was carrying someone else's energy. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is the spell has been broken. Y'all are seeing things for, whether this is a relationship, a place, whatever this is, you're seeing it for exactly what it is. There's no illusion around it. I'm seeing a woman that looks good, but it's like she only looks good because she's carrying someone else's energy. Without that other person's energy, she looks old and haggard and nasty. Like nobody would want to deal with her. And this is serious, I'm hearing, because you have people that are staying in relationships and situations simply due to glamour magics. And yeah, you have people having children and getting married with people that they don't even want to get married to because of magic that was being done. I'm even hearing somebody will put, oh, that's disgusting. I'm hearing somebody will put BLOOD in somebody's food just to keep them around. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of y'all are, it's either you're getting ready to break some type of glamour, but with this current transit that we're having right now, I feel like you've already broken this spell. Something is showing itself to be exactly what the fuck it is. I mean, what it is. Things are starting to look exactly like what they are. No one is going to be able to hide behind anybody else's energy from this moment going forward. No one is going to be able to have a mask on. Everybody's going to be seen for who and what they are. Okay. And for some of you have been looking like what you're not, because you've been walking around with somebody else's energy. I'm even seeing somebody that's just raggedy, holding on to your good energy, your good essence. This is crazy, but I feel like you are breaking that. You are stepping back into who you are. This is why knowing who you are is very, very important. Very important. You guys might be working with some type of crystals, which is great. I always tell you guys, nature is remedy. Okay, earth crystals are very powerful and do help you in matters of whatever it is that you need. But I feel like it's harder for somebody to work their magic on you, because now you're aware of who you are. Now you fully awaken to whatever this is. Let's get more on this message. So congratulations for breaking this spell, because some of y'all are finna look like what you really are. A healer, a god, a goddess, a very talented musician. Some of y'all have been walking around with energy, carrying energy that's not yours. Some of y'all are walking into serious wealth. Some of y'all have been in poverty simply because somebody has been, swapping energy with you. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, we got the happiness card. What's the message of warning in reverse? And happiness, you're getting your essence back. That's for real, for real. Some of y'all could be, and we got the Seven of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. And that can represent seeing through a spell, seeing through an illusion. So it's no coincidence that I just picked up the deck. I didn't even shuffle the other deck. And I see the Seven of Cups in reverse. So like I said, y'all are breaking illusions. Right on time. Clarify happiness. We got the Eight of Swords in reverse. So like I said, and that's a card of coming out of stagnation. Okay, so as you begin to take your energy back, as you begin to self-identify, meaning you're aware of who you are, it's going to be a lot harder for this person to pull this nonsense on you because you're freeing yourself. What's the message or warning in reverse? What's the message or warning in reverse? Okay, what's guide in reverse? Ooh, yeah, okay, so that's another thing, because we got the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Five of Wands, and the Temperance in reverse. As you begin to free yourself, it's going to irritate the people who have been stealing from you. So don't be surprised if people start to separate themselves from you, or people can't be around you no more. Okay, as you begin to heal, there's always going to be some type of resistance, but just know you are breaking you're breaking something very, very strong. And I'm hearing it's not just about you, it's about other people that may be going through something like this too. Some people don't want to be found out. Some people don't want people to see them for who they truly are. Clarify, love. And y'all see it happening. I mean, look at the music industry. Remember how, back in the day, we used to really, well, not everybody, but most of us would really look up to certain celebrities and things like that. But then all this stuff started to come out about certain things that they're into. And I just feel like a lot of people are really not fucking with the music industry like that no more. A lot of people are starting to go independent. And I know me, myself, I don't really listen to a lot of mainstream music, I'd really like to get into making my own music. Some of you could be, I did say something about somebody being a musician or, stepping into being a great musician. Some of you might be into, I just heard sound healing. So you might be using sound to heal. Sound can be used to heal. Maybe you guys have a very great singing voice. Maybe you didn't know. But the bottom line is this must be broken, okay? Whatever this is, it must be broken. Somebody's going to be very upset. Ooh, and we got the Moon in reverse, which is very, very similar to the energy of the Seven of Cups in reverse, which is seeing through something being uncovered. So let's clarify that. What's the Moon in reverse? That was kind of a lazy shuffle. That card just randomly came out. What's the Moon in reverse? Clarify the Moon in reverse. Let's clarify. What's the Moon in reverse? Oh, see, the Nine of Swords. That's a card of stagnation, feeling trapped. So like I said, as its illusions are being broken, you may have been stuck at one point, but that's because you were walking around in someone else's energy. So as you begin to clear your energy, as you begin to discover who you are and where you're supposed to be, this person or these people are going to lose power. There are certain places you're not going to want to go to anymore. There's just certain things you may feel called to not do certain things anymore because it doesn't align with who you know that you are. So for so many years, you may have struggled with poverty. But now you're like, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be going through this. This is not me. So you start taking your energy back. You start doing the work, start healing. Now, those things you used to do when you didn't have it like that, you don't do it no more. Those people used to be around, you don't do that anymore. Clarify the Moon in reverse and the Nine of Swords. And it's another thing too is I'm feeling somebody don't want to be exposed to you. Somebody doesn't want to be seen for who they truly are. I'm literally seeing somebody looking in the mirror and they just look ugly. They just look so fucking ugly. What's the Moon in reverse and the Nine of Swords? It's like somebody don't want to be seen for what they really look like. Ooh, and we got the Chariot card. So like I said, it's like somebody, as you begin to take your energy back, these people are going to lose their freaking minds. Because they're not gonna, somebody, how people will say, oh, somebody's an energy vampire. This is literally what someone is, an energy vampire. You're getting your spark back. Some of you may have felt unmotivated, or you may felt like just stuck and stagnant, or something wasn't moving for you. It's because you were walking around with someone else's energy. I'm also hearing be mindful of who you engage with sexually, because that's also a powerful tool that is used to energy swap with someone. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm not telling you not to, not to have sex. I can't tell you what to do, but I would just say, guard your energy and be mindful of who you're having sex with, because that is an exchange. Protect your energy. What's the Temperance in reverse? Yeah, see, we got the Hermit in reverse. I feel like this is you shining. Somebody cannot handle that. What's the Five of Wands? Somebody's been holding you back for a long time. Yeah, we got the Page of Wands here. That's freedom. And we got the Seven of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck again. And behind the Seven of Cups in reverse, we got the Devil in reverse and the Fool in reverse. Yeah, I'm not even going to, this was at the bottom of the deck. It's like as you begin to, because the Devil in reverse, that's freedom. The Fool in reverse, that's somebody who's just very reckless. Like I said, don't be surprised if somebody start acting kind of funny around you. It's because they're upset that you see them for who they are. Or you might be in the Fool in reverse energy, feeling kind of reckless because you're like, this whole time you've been doing this whole time. And I'm even picking up on somebody, you're in a relationship with somebody you shouldn't be with. You don't even know why you like this person. You don't even like them like that, but it's because they've been doing some type of glamour on you. But like I said, this don't have to be a relationship. This could be a job. You shouldn't be at this job, but your employer or something like that is doing some type of work to make you feel like you have to be there. Okay. Or maybe it's where you live. Maybe the property manager is very corrupt, and maybe you know that, but you don't have the physical, proof, or every time you go to speak out about it, no one's really hearing you. Someone could be doing some type of glamour magic or shut me up spell so you don't speak. What's the Eight of Swords in reverse and happiness? Got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So again, I feel like somebody does not want you. Every time they feel like you're freeing yourself, they try to stop you, but you got this. I feel like somebody has broken a very big stronghold on themselves, because that Seven of Cups in reverse came out a few times, and the Moon in reverse. Okay, so until next time, nature is remedy. If you guys are looking to break any spells, it looks like you guys have already broke some spells, but if you don't know how to do that or you need some help with it, I will leave an ebook, Nature is Remedy to Bitchcraft, in the description box. I also have an ebook on crystal healing if you guys need guidance on what crystals to use to help you break any kind of hexing, or even for decoration. Crystals are beautiful, or just any kind of self-healing. I will leave the ebook in the description. And if you guys are looking for a personal reading, I will leave my email as well. Until next time, Nature is Remedy. You got this. Peace.